Welcome back, beautiful beings. Okay, we made this one, we glued this down in our last video, and I just cut a real thin burlap. It had this on it. I didn't have no plain, and I wanted plain, so all I did was cut a thin slice of it off, and I frayed it. I pulled these out to get the fray, and I'm gonna glue that right here. And then after it's glued down, as you can see, this isn't really straight. I'll have that over the edge a little bit, and then we'll just fix that. So I'm gonna add some Elena's glue. So I wanna make sure the fray's down too, so I'm gonna circle it all the way up, because I don't want it to fray those strips. And I marked it right there. I can't see where I marked it. So hopefully that will be glued down. Good, but I don't want that to stick out, so I can, on the other side, so I can cut it off evenly. Because as you can see, it's not real even. Okay, and then I wanted to show you this. I made this for the top, right here. All I did was sew a piece of burlap down here, and then I sewed a piece of burlap on the back, okay? But on this side, I want to add this here, okay? I want to keep it plain because there's a lot going on over here, because this will fold like that. There's a lot going on here. So I want a little bit going on over here, and I still don't know what I'm gonna do here. I also took a piece and I put some of this. This isn't the right color, but I sewed some of that in there. I'm just trying to, I don't know, create something different. I got a needle and thread here, and we're gonna sew these on by hand. Figured I better do it by hand, so show you how to do it, but I want to make sure it stays on this side of the page, because this folds over like so. I want it on this side. And then we're going to fold that one over just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like that. Back. I don't care what the back looks like, because it's not going to show. Then we're going to sew it right up here. So you can see right here. We're going to glue it first, and then I'm going to sew it right along the edges and the sides. And this is going to be the two tucks, and I'll sew it down the middle. Okay? So we'll go ahead and do that now. I'm going to turn it sideways so I can see what I'm doing here. I might as well turn you sideways so you can see what I'm doing too, huh? Okay. I just want it down the sides, so I'm going to measure that up here, sides. And if you're gluing it and you're not sewing it, make sure you put a lot of glue. I just want to make sure it's on there good. Sides and top. Turn you back this way. All the way up to the top, because I want that fray to stick up out of the book a little bit. Not out of the book, but up out of the page. The pocket file. That's what I'm calling these, because there's lots of embellishments, pockets, corner pockets, belly bands in them. So we're going to call it our pocket files. They're going to be our pocket files. And there you go. Okay, that's what we got done so far. For like 10 minutes before you, just trying to make sure that's good. So make sure that glue sets good 10 minutes before you put your embellishment on. That way it won't ooze out if you're worried about it oozing out. Okay. Check the other side to see how far that comes up. I don't want it up that far, so we're gonna move it down a little bit. I'm gonna move it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay, beautiful beings. Looks like we're covering this whole pocket file. And then I took a flap from a Kleenex box and I got a piece of material that matches the colors. And we're gonna put some Mod Podge on here and glue it down. I'm gonna sew mine, but I'm showing you how to glue it in case you don't have a sewing machine. All right, and then just take your glue along the edges. Make sure you keep wiping the glue off the tube too, and then you just take some glue, very little, if you're gonna sew it, which I am, so I'm putting very little. You might wanna put more if you're not sewing it, or you can hand sew it if you don't have a sewing machine. If you don't have thread and a needle, just glue it. But it's gotta be very, very tight, okay? You're gonna want it very, very tight against this. And then you're gonna have to hold it too, depending on what glue you use. If you use glitter art, it dries very fast. If you're using Elena's, it doesn't dry so fast. So you're gonna have to hold it. And I think you might be able to use, you know, the kids glue you get for school projects, but use a little bit because it has more moisture in it, so it might take even longer. But this is what you would do if you're gluing it. But I'm gonna sew mine. So this is just a demonstration. Okay, so do that all the way around and make sure it's tight. And like this piece, the corner pieces, it'd probably be better to snip them off like that, so you don't have a bulge. So there's no bulge when you tuck it in. And that's what it should look like once you got it down tight. Then you got a pocket. You're just gonna have to keep playing with it to make sure it's tight, right? And I will be placing that there. That's where my pocket's gonna go, in between the flip, like this, and in the side, okay? That's where I'm gonna glue it down. Just keep playing with those corners. Right, moving on. We got this piece. What I did was I painted this orange because you could see through it a little bit, and I'm putting this on backwards. It's one with the numbers. And I'm gonna put it on backwards on here, but you could see through it a little bit. So that's why I painted it. And I kept this color because it's implemented through the whole design of our file card. our embellishment file folder, pocket folder. Okay, and that's how I'm gonna glue it down. So let's get that out of the way. I want this to the edges here, and I want it to the edges here. So this is hanging off, okay? And this one's longer, and I don't care because it's just gonna cover up some of the grain up here, and I don't mind the color showing through, right? And it's gonna look like that. Okay. I have a gluer thing. Just take the puncher and put it to where you want it, in the middle, and punch. And if you don't have this, I already showed you what you can do. You can just take one of these, put it on the back, trace it, and cut it out that way. Then with the scissors, I cut this out. So I'm probably gonna have to do more afterwards when it's all glued down and dried. Okay? So after I sew that, I'll show you. And after I sew this, I will show you. But I wanted to show you what else I did. Those beads. I'm trying to get rid of these beads. I'm sorry. Trying to get rid of these beads. So I just took thread, like so, and this is tedious. I don't know if you're gonna wanna do it, but it is quite tedious. So, like that, create a little thing, just a little strip of beads, and then I tied the knot. I wanted to show you because I have it on my pocket file. You can wrap it around that one too and pull down. It's just not working. But this is what I did. I had it hanging there because I think it matched and popped the leaves. But I wanted to show you how I put it on. After you tie it, you can go through those because it's easier. Then take the knot part, like so. Put it on the other spot you want it. One about there. Take a needle, thread with a hole. You want to sew it to the fabric, so we're gonna do it up here, hopefully. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do this on camera. I'm trying. I got glue, I should have washed my hands. But for sake for making you guys watch, just try to get through that knot. There, we got through the knot. Okay, and then just go, make sure I got that right. I want to go through the fabric, like so. So you're not going through the other side. And voila. Sew it right down. If you like this look, I just wanted to use those beads up or something. And just keep sewing it until you think it's nice and tight. Then if you can, get a knot and go like so. Push down your finger and tie your knot. Okay, cut it off. Now I'm gonna go back to this, see if I can, oh, that one's not it. This is it. This is it. Now that be all wonky. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. But anyway, that's what it looks like on the side. Okay. It's gonna hang in there. And I'll be back when I finish the other pockets. Okay. Got you on the tripod. Hopefully I don't get my head in the way. We're gonna take this, make sure it's in the middle. So I'm gonna bend this a little bit. I'm gonna glue it down there. I'm just gonna do the sides. Like so. I'm gonna stand up. I can't even see if you can see. Put glue down, not too much. Remember, let it sit before you push. Let it sit for like 5 to 7 minutes before you start pushing down, so the glue don't ooze out. And I'm gonna put this in the middle, like right there. Our piece for our pocket. Okay. Then we're gonna glue this one down. Oh, I stitched right there in the middle too. I did stitch with the sewing machine all the way around. Okay, right there. And I left these open, so like if you make a little notebook or something, you can tuck it right in there. Okay, and both. So this will be 4 pockets. Okay, I'm gonna glue it right there. Okay, and I want this off the edges, so I'm going to make sure it's just along the edges. So I get it down here, make sure it's on the edge like I want. Stuff it. Make sure my head don't get in the way. And that is right where I want it. I'm going to take this flower. I'm going to take this part off, like so. Then I'm going to take the scissors, because that's what holds this. That stump holds that flower in. And we're just going to cut it off. And we're going to take some glue and put it on the back, like so. Just enough to hold that in there. And I'm going to put the flower back on, like so, over that stump. And then a little bit more glue. I'm going to put the other flower back on, make sure it's going crisscross, like the petals. I'm going to stump. So, make sure it's in between the other petals. So I got it in between. Put that down. Make sure it's over that little stump. And then I'm going to take some more glue and put that in there. So, more this time. Find the middle. And push it down. Voila. Beautiful. Okay. So this is what the whole thing looks like. These aren't down, but this is what it looks like. Then I'm going to do this on the my other holder for the camera, because I have to glue this. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh wait, I probably should give you a close-up, huh? Well, I'll do that after I put the bike on. Okay, well, make sure you can see here. I decided I want this too plain, so I want to stick a leaf in here, like so. I gotta make sure it's under the flower. Okay. Kind of like it like that, but I don't know if that's too much. All right, so put some glue on here. That, and then I'm gonna pull this up. And put it down like that, okay? That's our flower with our leaf. All right, just adds a little touch to it. All right, go back to this. This isn't glued down yet. I didn't check it off camera. It needs to be over a little bit. Maybe it looks like a little pot, a flower pot, okay? And you're gonna have it tuck there. While that is gluing, we're gonna get our glitter, I believe. And I gotta use this because, and I took little flowers and I glued them in there, okay? Like that. We're gonna and this is art glitter glue. Okay, and it's pricey. That's why I only use it on delicate stuff like this. It's hard to put glue on. Now let's see if I can pick this up. Okay, put this down, and we're gonna glue it on our pocket. Like so. Okay, I don't know if I like that sticking up. Might take some Mod Podge and put it on the back of that just to stiffen that up because I don't want it broke off later in years to come. Let's take a napkin and just dab it down. Get any loose glue. Okay, there we go. There's the pocket. Here's close up of the flower pocket. And when this is all dry, we'll put it back on our tripod so you can get a full view. But this, I was thinking, seeing this is all screwed up, because up there, if I tie one more knot, so we're gonna trim that off, and we're gonna take some glue, and I'm gonna glue it so it's just dangling there. I want it down as much as I can. So think about can't really see the thing, so that's good. And cover it up right about there. Right about there. We'll glue them down. If I would have thought about it, I would have just stitched before I glued this down, I would have stitched the leaf in there and this with a sewing machine or by hand. That would have been, I think, better. But I want to show you the process of the flower, so just went with that there, and that should cover that. And now you have a little dangly there. Okay? All right. Okay, I felt the leaves needed something, so we'll just put down little things that look like seeds and wood. I got these from Michael's a long time ago. They were on clearance. I don't know if they still sell them, but they have little wood pieces of stuff that look like seeds and wood chips and stuff. So that's what I'm putting. We're gonna put them on our leaves, because it just felt like I needed something there. So let's just put them in. I think they look cute. Okay, beautiful beings, one more thing I wanted to add in. And I looked this up because I did not know what it's called, but it's raffia. The natural raffia is with no color. It's just plain like a beige color. But this is colored raffia. Yeah, I had to look that up. So I thought I'd share that with you. But we're gonna take 2 pieces, orange raffia and red maroon looking raffia. And we're gonna tie a knot, find the middle, tie a knot. I'm gonna work it a little bit so it twines in together like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna take some glue and put it behind the flower. I'll be back. But yeah, that's raffia. Okay, beautiful beings, this is the last thing I'm gonna do, I promise. I'm gonna get some beads and we're gonna glue them in here. Again, they're for Michael's in this container. Right here, I found little yellow ones that glisten. Sure, how many I got here? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4. Probably put that glue in the wrong spot. Maybe we only need 5. Let's find out. Let's find out. That needs a little bit more glue. If you don't like the bead look, you can put glitter on these, but make sure you tear the flower apart before you do it, like I showed you when we glued this down. Just add a little Mod Podge on top. It's not working with me. And then sprinkle the glitter on it. Add a piece of paper under it. So you can put what you don't use back in. These look kind of wonky. I don't know. The glue marks do. Put that there in the middle. Come on. There. I'm gonna lay some flat and some on her side. Tuck them down in there so they don't come off. Make sure they're going down in the glue good. No, I don't want to pick up, so I need a little glue here. Grab it with our trusted toothpick. And then this one on its side. And I think I should have put 6 in there. I moved that one over. Just don't want it to look wonky. Now I'm thinking I probably got to put more in. I know I should be putting it on the toothpick, the glue. I should be, but we're gonna put a whole bunch in there now. Just gonna have to pick them out. Just gonna have to pick them out. I already got 2 out. This one over here. Trying to get that glue out of there. That one over there. I put a rubber band around it because one of these broke off right there. Alright, let's see. Some right here. Drop one there. And then another one. Make sure I got the right one. Drop that there. That one that way. That one needs to come out more. Oh, I need one right there. Didn't even see that one. Didn't even see that one. Flip it over there. Make sure they're out all the same. And there you go. Okay. Cool, beautiful beings. My grandson, he has not been feeling good. He's been vomiting a lot. Can't keep things down. He hasn't been running a fever, but he's got the shifty eyes and he can hardly walk. And they've done blood work and MRI, and now they want to do a spinal tap. So I would appreciate any of you that would send out prayers, healing energy, keep him in his thoughts. I'd really appreciate it. And his name is Jaden. Please send him healing energy. Okay. This is all done. Got the bike with the pocket. Got the long pocket with the flower. Got her leaves. Little wood embellishments on them. And her pocket up here. Okay. Remember, keep in mind this is 4 pockets. Well, 3 pockets because this one is a full pocket, but this is 2. Okay. And then in the next video I upload, we're going to do this side. But I'm not going to go all crazy and do the whole thing like I did on the other side. Okay. Love you all. Thanks for watching. And have a beautiful everything.